And the button has a push. Say hi. Hi,
Oh
hi, hi.
no! The
Hello.
button.
Welcome back to Hell and Back, the people who probably aren't watching. What will happen today? It's for me to know
Woo!
and you to find out. Woohoo! As for what happened last time, steady you go.
Oh no.
Last time we made it to. Let me make sure I know the name. Wati. We made it to Wati. We then went into the. We went straight to the Bannermain's location where we met the main Stitch of the area, whose name escapes me, but
Shen.
was Shen, who turned out to be a fairly nice fellow. And after explaining to him the deal with the mines, he offered to have us move the slaves to Lurbost, where they would probably have a better life. We were happy with this, and we asked about the potential whereabouts of Cassiopeia and Ring Dancer. After talking to him and investigating some, we learned that she was probably going to the ferry to Lurbost, so it was very convenient for us. And we also learned of the main Stitch, who is the leader of an adventurers organization called the Bannermains.
Leader of the
In
Rumble
Lurbost.
Yeah.
Yes. In Lurbost, who might also be able to help us with the exorcism problem we're having. And so we decided to purchase some equipment and take the first ferry down to Lurbost, and we are now en route. Well, I don't know if we're en route, but we're going to take the ferry.
So we'd be starting session with you guys on the decks, as you guys realize that you have not done enough push-ups and therefore need help exercising things.
Wait, what?
Puns. And the ferry captain kind of like looks you up and down. It takes him a little bit of convincing to allow that many ponies all on his ship at once. But with the flashy Bannermain's badge that a steady shoot has, eventually you kind of convince him as such. The official Bannermain's business usually goes with some kind of privileges of authority.
And presumably they also are aware that there are ponies from far away where things are a little different.
Yeah.
What? I don't see any ponies. All I see are small sphinxes.
It's still like a scowling glare, nonetheless, and quite frankly, like the really reason you're really getting on is because of Anziel and Little Spout if they're in their sleep form. However, boarding yourself on the boat and seeing the others kind of go below deck, you guys are viewed to a lively crew of about 4 who are just milling about. The riverboat that you guys are on specifically seems to have some crossbow bolts, like one of those side ship crossbows. Several of them mounted along the sides, mainly for defense purposes. They don't seem to really be loaded at the moment, but they're there in case they're needed. It seems to be kind of a merchant ship. Can't always have brigands attacking unarmed ships. Plus, it's always just safer just to be in the middle of the river.
The solution is to not be unarmed.
Yeah. And so aboard you go, wherein the captain, a sphinx, approaches you. Aye, you're the smallest one, you. And he points to you, Little Spout.
Little Spout points at herself. Point.
And all of these ponies are the Bannermains?
And she bops her head, and we're all on a mission.
Ugh. And he kind of like looks a little bit exasperated. Well, let us hope that none of my traders take view of my cargo, because quite frankly, I feel like that would ruin my reputation a couple points. He shakes his head. Very well. You are headed
Well,
to...
the sooner we get there, the sooner we can get them all off.
Yes. You are headed to Lurbost, yes? I will talk to my helmsman about that, just to make sure we get you off at the right space. There is a port toward the end of the river, just off the side of the road, where we will be stopping. And that's when you start hearing... Yeah, and that's when you start hearing a higher pitched whistle and some of the machinations that power this boat begin to turn the giant rudders in the back that propel the ship along its course. Seems to be one of those fancy things that likely a Clockwork Pony would have made, because they're all about that steampunk stuff. Oh man, those silly clockworks, look at that. And it starts to chug along.
Your name. Yeah, that's steampunk. We do clockpunk.
You're on the right now, buddy. It chugs along. Woo! And you guys are treated to a lovely sight of what the middle of the river looks like. Looking in.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it's pretty impressive.
And on this side, a river. And on this side, also a river, but the other side.
Yeah, and it's pretty impressive too. Coming, leaving the port is seemingly just about as impressive as coming into it, given the sight of the Sphinx statue of what you guys learned last time was.
The little spout gapes at it. It's like me, but bigger.
If you recall, it is the Tomb of Amenta. And the actual statue of the Sphinx is like, those big Sphinxes that were guarding the library?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it's modeled after. Yeah. So
yes, it's the tomb of someone who's not dead.
Yes. Well, you did find a beautiful in a stony form. There's that.
But also, her parents were stony.
This is true. They were very stony. They were stoners. Yes. Stoned?
I mean, if they're all stoned and they all seem to be happy with the fact, I think it's working for them.
Yes. Don't judge them in their stonedness. Regardless, away you go from it. Say bye. Bye.
Waddy. I won't ride.
And the journey continues overall down the river that runs next to Wati, wherein I will pull in your adventuring token. Wherever that adventuring token is, I have it here somewhere.
No.
What's
My
up?
token.
Not the token.
Anything but that.
I'm just gonna copy this from Wati. There we go, bonk. And we're gonna put you on the map here in Estion. Woo!
Why would you do that?
I know. Thing is that you guys are traveling downriver, so the progress is going to be a little bit faster than not. Look at you guys.
I mean, downriver helps.
Yes. These boats are powerful enough to chug upriver. I will note, as you see some of them coming from upriver as well. Down. You will be able to progress 3 of these a day, in which I will just move you because the river is the shape of the river. You're not going on land, so you're in a set direction.
Okay.
1, 2.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so she will prepare comprehend language from her fancy book, fortified with knowledge, the knowledge of friendship.
You do so. Spending the day, and likely if you're spending this day, start answer like learning spells, this would be a good day to do it, as you are kind of on a boat, and the boat's not stopping, so it's just kind of going.
Yep.
Yep.
Where the heck's my inventory?
I do need a D100 from somebody, not everybody.
I'll
blind if you could, as you guys travel down this river. Certainly with blindfolds, I'm sure.
Yes. Blindfolds.
Yes.
Can I just switch this? No. Okay.
Actually, I will learn comprehend. I will learn it at 3rd level because the 2nd level version sucks.
Down the river, steady shoot. The only thing that you'd picked up is toward the end of the day, along the side of the river and stopped. Seems to be a couple of ferries who had stopped along the side to seemingly as a market stop for folks who are taking the road to pack up on water and the like. It seems like that is part of the trade that happens along here on the river.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a nicer person who seems like less of a douchebag to Pony that I could ask a question to? If there isn't,
ship.
Steady would probably be way too nervous to do so.
On the ship,
Yes.
most of them are giving you the side eye. There is, however, one medium-sized earth pony who is on the ship. Was on the ship before you got there. That seemed to be scrubbing the decks when you did. just kind of whistling his way.
All right. Well, I need to ask him a question.
Oh, what are you asking him?
I ask him, "Hey, do you know how many other fairies there are?"
And what language are you asking him this question?
I could try it in I guess I'll try it in common, but I'll quickly switch to Sphinx if it's clear. He only understands that.
It seems like he really does only understand Sphinx after a couple attempts there.
All right.
Yeah, but he doesn't make eye contact as he scrubs, and he somewhat kind of thinks a little bit. How many fairies there are? I cannot be too sure.
A lot then?
Yes, more than my four hooves could count.
Okay.
More than
Is
my
there-
photos is not a good
No,
approximation.
no, it's not.
Everything's
More
done in
than
base
two.
4!
Oh,
You've
wow.
been fooled!
Does this mean I can multiply all of my I can increase my all of my money handling?
I don't think that's
So
how
I have
that works.
Anyway, I'm like, okay, how I guess I'll ask here since I didn't ask before. How often do you know if they what's the term? Do they come through? Is there once a day? More than one a day?
If you're asking him, he keeps his eyes low. He doesn't actually meet your
Yes.
eyes or anything like that, but responds back. There are an uncountable amount of fairies that go up and down this river every day. This is just another one of them, he says in a plain tone, and your perception of the area would confirm that as well. That
All right. I'm just trying to see if I can narrow down which ones Quarry might have taken. It seems not.
Yeah, most of these seem to be a pretty standard model. It's kind of one of those things where normally you probably wouldn't see a bunch of matching boats going up and down a place, but these are all going to and from Wati up and down this river.
Little Spout shall land before the captain. Food's included, right?
And he blinks. Give me a diplomacy roll, you.
Here she goes, asking those hard questions.
Yes.
She has that innocent feline smile.
Yes. For you, little princess, yes, he says, patting her head. Pat, pat, pat.
She is pleased.
However, do not be bringing any to those ponies down below decks or that big friend of yours, he says, squinting.
Oh, I have
the
a special
disapproving eye.
thing. I have special provisions for them, don't worry.
He's still giving you that, that eye that only a parent would give of a disapproving captain. Yes.
And that's when she shows up downstairs and pulls out her cauldron. Kong.
Cauldron is pulled out.
And she gets to mixing up stuff, and eventually she creates 12 people worth of tasty vegetable stew. Yay!
Mm-hmm.
Da, 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 da.
Fair enough. And vegetable stew is made.
Da, 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 da.
The entire time, the Earth Pony, who has been scrubbing the deck, does seem to be kind of like... I mean, he smells it from the distance, but he doesn't ask.
I mean, how many people do I have to feed? Obviously not myself, because apparently I covered myself.
Well, if you are offering, the crew would partake. Calling you...
Well, I mean, first priority, gotta feed the slaves, because they're literally our responsibility.
Fair enough. That one would be the...
It'd be really bad to let them starve.
Yes. If you are thinking about the number of people to feed, the amount of slaves you brought with you is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh god. Then once they have their share, the cauldron is empty.
I do actually have. How much can I feed again? I did literally get a yurt, which will feed up to 9 medium creatures that eat roughly as much as a human does. I got a magic tent.
Oh, and it just has food in it. Neat.
And it just has food in it daily, and I'm like, okay, we'll feed
I
it
know
with this thing.
food.
Are you,
Mine
I don't
yeah,
need to eat.
delicious vegetables too.
are you out here trying to set up a tent on the
I guess that's a bad idea. Yeah. The tent
All right.
itself is only like a.
It's like a pup tent.
It looks like it's supposed to only fit 4 medium creature,
Alright,
but
so it's a moderate tent. If you set it up downstairs,
Well,
you probably wouldn't get too many.
I mean, no. It does say that the rolled up tent expands into a spacious yurt. I think I actually need the space. I don't think it's like bigger on the inside.
No, but it's only big enough for 4 people. So if you
No. It looks like it's barely enough to hold 4 people, but it rolls out into a very large tent. It's magic in that it rolls out bigger than it is. But if we can't
Well,
set it up, then I
well,
can't
no,
probably.
She can. She fed the slave. She feels accomplished.
I
City
can
she
cast
got the
create
party.
food, so
All right. That
But
probably.
remember, if you cast create food, you're just making nutritious paste.
I mean,
I mean, better than nothing.
yeah.
And better than nothing. Won't argue that.
I like to imagine that while like it's just like it looks like whatever you're wanting to eat, like apples, etc., etc., and it's just kind of like biting into like a weird thing.
Cardboard.
It's like whatever you're biting into, it
Prestidigitation
has the
for?
texture of what it is. It just doesn't have the quite taste of what you might be conjuring in.
Used to be what prestidigitation was for, but apparently it doesn't do that anymore.
Oh, that stinks.
Prestidigitation?
Yeah,
They-
they
they-
severely gimped the prestidigitation.
They don't let you reflavor things anymore.
Oh no, wait! I can cook. I can flavor 1
Yeah.
pound of non.
I was
living
gonna
Okay,
I
I
was
was
gonna
pretty
say.
sure. Yeah.
It was pretty standard. Minor wish and all that.
No, no, no.
Yeah,
It's,
they
Wish.
still
No,
made it
no.
worse, but
it's
wish.
least wish.
Yes.
To put it in line with, lesser wish and greater wish.
it still does the major things I wanted to do. So I guess.
With
Yes.
with a few hooves and enchanted words, you see your friend Stardancer making themselves likely a wonderful herbs and plant dinner, sprinkling in their ethereal salt. It's pretty nice. That. It's pretty fancy.
How do I tell which of these are automatically heightened?
If it's a cantrip, it's automatically heightened. If it's a focus spell, it's automatically heightened.
Yeah, there was something about the
Hey.
spontaneous spells I get.
If it's a if the spell that you like has a level like first, second, third level like that.
Yeah, no, I got that.
Spontaneous
There was something
spells
about
do not
this is
auto heighten.
automatically heightened, but I don't have to learn it multiple times or something like that.
If it's every spell level you can pick a spell to be a I'm forgetting signature. Signature.
Yes,
If you
that.
have it as a signature spell, you can heighten it, but it's still not automatic. It's going to take that slot.
Yes, no, that's that. Yes,
Okay.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
asking about.
Okay, yeah. You get 1 signature spell per spell level that you have, which I think is 5. You have 5 spells at this point, levels of
Yeah.
spells.
Every single level you get one.
Yeah, so you can have up to 5 signature spells. Make sense?
And you can't have more than 1 signature spell in the same level, if that makes sense. Like you can't have 2 level 1 signature spells.
Well, that's where it gets weird.
I
Because
thought so.
even if you have 2 first level spells, a second level casting of that spell is considered a different spell. So that could be the signature spell,
What?
technically.
And
And this is why I just say, you have as many signature spells as you have levels. Stop making it complicated.
fair enough.
Because that's really the simplest way to do it.
Yeah, I don't know why they would.
Any other way just gets real complicated and fiddly real fast. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
And I only have like
But yeah, you have 5 levels of spells, right? Wait, no,
4
you.
for the spontaneous casting.
Oh, did you get the spontaneous from subclassing? Yeah, from archetypes. Okay,
Yeah.
that's why you don't have as many. Sure. Okay, so if you have 4 levels, don't count the cantrips, then you have 4 signature spells.
Well, I mean, I've only got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spells, 2 of which don't need like 3 of which don't need heightening at all. So
Wow, then you can heighten whatever the hell you want at that point, I guess.
great. That means I can heighten, create food to feed 12 creatures because I can't actually
Sweet.
use the 6th level spell yet, which does 50 creatures.
Whoa, that's a lot of food.
That's a lot of food indeed.
I can make a lot of subpar food. Enjoy, everybody.
Heighten it to 8th level, I can do 200 medium creatures.
Oh god, feed an army.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, combine your prestidigitation, you can make at least passable food. Yay!
Yay.
Success! Nothing but success. Alright, we are still going down that river. Everybody's fed. Some of us better than others because we asked nicely.
On the way, and the entire time, I'm sure that the other Persians and other crewmates on the ship are asking Ancio all the questions, as like, you know, where did you get your headdress, that kind of thing. They're generally pretty interested, and then asking how many slaves you own, as per normal. Ancio is confronted with these questions, which I would imagine
Okay.
with.
Sorry, my microphone was not unmuting.
There you go. Hi!
Well, at the headdress one, I just say I got it from someone close to me. And when they ask about slaves, I just turn and stare them in the eye and say none, and that number will never change.
They look at you as if you're incredulous, like you're some person who doesn't want to watch the Super Bowl for the commercials. Who does that?
What kind of person is that?
I know. Whether or not you like football, usually you tune in for the commercials. Who does that? You must be some kind of sociopath.
You know, I wonder if the TV I just bought was on sale because the Super Bowl's tomorrow. I
Hey,
didn't realize that.
look at that. You got the better end of the deal for that.
Not like I didn't spend less than $1,000 anyways, but...
See, this is why you play this game, to be caught up on these things.
I just kind of glare at them after they ask that question.
They do that whole, like, yeesh buddy, calm down sort of look, but generally leave you alone after that. And the night goes pretty smooth. The watch doesn't report anything off, no signs of brigands, as it were, and the boat keeps on chugging. Look at that, chug, 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 chug. They're going all the way to Lurbas.
The boat drinks all of it.
Yes. It seems like they didn't even have a stop along the way in the route here. So they continue on to the next day, which I will need a D100 from somebody. Blind, if you could.
Wait, what'd you need?
A D100.
D100. It has to be super blind.
Yeah, who does that?
David does all the damn time.
It's true. I can't argue with facts.
Alright. And the boat continues to chug along. Chugga, 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 chugga. Oops.
Choo choo. Wait.
Choo. Sorry. I meant to go just diagonally here. Or, sorry, from here.
I posted the spells that I want. By the way, they're the uncommon spells that I want.
Gotcha. Let me just double
I
check.
would suggest to be careful about teleport, because that really does warp the game. But that's up to
I
you.
mean, I was going to have it last time before we switched over, so where it doesn't have an uncommon anything.
Yeah. And like,
I mean,
it is also something that,
it warps the game. It really does. It did back in PF1. It still does in PF2.
I just never got around to using it.
I mean, like, this whole journey would not be needed if we could just teleport.
Well, I haven't been there. I could just, teleport backwards.
So this has a material thing to it. Given just like the lore of the land, teleport wouldn't be something that I'd necessarily do. I'm sure that it's
Okay.
it's something that you could definitely copy down from a scroll, but part of the material component in this current time, in this current setting, is that you kind of need, like, everybody needs Aetherstone to teleport. Which is why they were trying to mine it in the mines back there.
No, we should have taken some.
Yeah, and Stardancer would also be aware that there is a teleportation circle in Erelon, which is pretty closely guarded. That one was also brought into being by a lot of Aetherstone. It's generally just a really precious metal that people seek after for this kind of thing. I think that's the only one that I have qualms with just off a glance here. Typically, if it's from a adventure path, I don't like those ones in the game because the adventure paths, I mean, they're kind of their own thing. So the only ones that would be Entrancing Eyes and Maze of Locked Doors, by the looks of it.
And Magical Fetters.
Magical Fetters. I'd say Magical Fetters is fine. It's just manacles.
I mean, I could probably just go look at the tribes BF2 and its equivalent. Where the heck is that? I don't even know if it got transferred over.
Well, I finished Tribes. In fact, it's almost finished being laid out. Woo, excitement.
Yeah, I just don't know if you actually copied the spells over.
Should have. If I didn't, I will have to yell at past me, who will then yell at future me, and then I'll have to do it. That's just a circle of life. Alright, we have arrived at a place and we docked.
Well, you guys continue through the day, more and more and more, seeing less and less riverboats, given that probably toward the end of your journey, a lot of them are parking at the end, and there's not really a lot of activity leaving and going to, though, it seems to be taking a good while there. They seem to have slowed down the boat just a little bit so they didn't, crash into the dock. Though, give me perception checks, ye.
Everyone?
Yeah.
Remember, on your sheet, you can just click that eyeball with the slash to it to do a very quick line perception. That's even nice to do that.
Aha. If you are below deck, you hear scritching and unusual scratchings in the bottom of the ship. And coming up, the lot of you would notice that there seems to be a decent amount of debris in the water. Off to the side of the actual river, you notice what seems to be a beached boat in itself. The side seems to be kind of caved in, and they seem to have tried to steer it toward the land to try to save the boat. And it almost got there. Almost. Some of the scratchings that you heard below probably some of these planks and twigs that were kind of stuck into the ground, scraping on the underside of the boat.
Do I see people drowning?
You do not see people drowning, though over on shore you do notice what looks to be some people camping, as if they had pulled out camping equipment to try to assess their situation.
Oh. Well, I mean, that sucks, but they're not in active danger.
Let's give them a look. What exactly kind of group is this?
From the looks of it, it seems like similar to the party that you have now. They seem to just be a bunch of merchants who were going, and their ship was attacked or damaged in some way. Attack, damaged. I mean, they kind of look the same in that respect. But
Anziel.
Yeah.
Anziel.
Yeah.
You're the person. See if they saw what's her name.
I call out and say, "Hey, have you seen?"
Yeah, or just ask them what happened, just in general.
Okay. I ask what happened. I yell to them.
You are in the middle of a really big river. Yelling might be a little bit of a thing. You'd have to kind of fly out there a little bit to actually make your voice heard.
Okay, I'll fly a little closer.
Yeah.
We are adventurers.
Leaving your boat, you fly out and over to ask if they are okay. I take it you are speaking in Sphinx, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
I do have Sphinx, I believe.
Yes. A bunch of the Persians.
I don't have Sphinx.
You don't have Sphinx. What languages do you have?
Celestial, Common, Demonic, Draconic, Elven, Sylvan, Terran.
Aha, they know none of these and look at you very confusedly.
How long have I had to learn spells at this point?
Day. A whole
Okay, it
day
only takes
of
me
river.
a little over 8 hours.
There you go.
So, tongues.
What was that?
You cut out. You
him
cut
use
it.
tongue. Because tongues is the universal talk to everybody spell.
Yes. You're giving him tongues?
Yep.
Yeah. I just imagine it's Anziel going out there saying some things, and then going back. He just kind of sticks out his snoot, and there's start answer with the tongues. There you go. And then back again. You ask the question. Much to their less confusion, they simply answer back. The ship went down. We do not know why. And he's just kind of like looking at it. Ugh. Glad they could get it this far up the shore. Perhaps there is somebody who could help us.
I go back to the ship and say, well, they need help getting it to shore. Do we want to be said help, or do we just want to keep going? They don't know
what happened to him. They don't know what happened?
Yeah, the ship just sank, according to them.
Definitely ask if they knew Ring Dancer.
Do we want to help them before I go back out there?
Oh, we'd have to ask the captain of the ship if that's a detour he's willing to make. Probably.
I go and ask the captain if he wants to help them.
Do we want to potentially slow ourselves down?
I don't know.
The choice is yours and yours alone.
I mean, I would help him. I'd like to help him, I guess.
If you're trying to convince the captain to try to pull over for your sake to help out these lads, Anziel, feel free to give me a diplomacy check.
You want me? I no.
I mean, it's got to be you or little Little Dancer. No.
Let me. I am the wrong choice in this case. Trust me.
Hey man, you said you're the one asking, right?
I mean, he's asking because I asked him to ask because they like him and they don't like the rest of us.
Do I get to roll it if it's untrained?
Yes. Anybody can talk with their lips. That is how that works. Yes. And you asked the captain a pretty please. He takes a look out and he kind of squints on over. Why should we stop for them? They do not look as if they will be able to compensate us along our journey, yes?
I don't know. I could ask.
Be on your way then. Go and ask, and do it quickly before we pass.
Okay, I fly back out there and ask what they can do in return for us helping them.
They look up, and they look toward the ship. We can give you part of the gold that we have. We did manage to rescue that from the wreck before the ship went down, partially. Some goods obviously got ruined, but gold is universal, no? You say?
I fly back and let the captain know that they have gold.
Now you're speaking his language. And, kind of rolling his eyes. Yes. Well, be sure to get out all of the slaves from the underdeck and the big one. He says, addressing...
I'm probably listening in, but okay.
Oh no, he knows. Like, you're like right there. He just calls you the big one without actually like looking at you or anything. He just like knows you're in the room.
Yeah, okay.
No, and the big one.
And the big one. The big brutish one, likely, is what he thinks of you by the sounds of it. And there's a whoo of steam as the one side of the boat's rudders kind of start spinning, turning the boat, and then it kind of powers forward. all the way toward the edge, wherein the crew hops out and starts their procedures and making sure that it is properly docked, similar to how those other marketing boats were along the river the previous day. What are you guys doing over next to these folks as the ship comes to a dock?
I mean, is there an obvious place that I could pull and help?
So the boat is partially in the river. It's just kind of like the bottoms of the boats themselves are kind of flat, so it's like just on the bottom of the actual edge of the river here. It's not too deep. Like, it's not like the boat has sunk past the main deck, but certainly the bottom has gotten filled with water and has drug it, and pretty much is like weighting it to the ground. So they need something to try to help just pull it out onto the actual shore, so they can.
Are there trees nearby?
Are there trees nearby? Yes, actually, there are trees nearby. You are by a
I
river.
could. If there's a thing where I could get onto the land and pull from there, then that would be ideal.
I'm going to go perch on top of a tree and watch out, because if they don't know what sank the boat, it could still be around.
Fair enough.
Oh, did you?
Give me a perception check.
I at some point I remind you to ask them if they knew of Ring Dancer.
Oh yeah, I'll ask them before I fly up to the top of the tree.
Yes.
You asked them if they knew Ring Dancer. As you start getting your ropes and everything like that, you're quick to note that one of them, while not by name, I'm sure you definitely bring up the coat color at one point.
Yeah.
Yes. The coat color. Yes.
Yes. I am aware. They say, just kind of thinking. Very nice. Hopped boats from ours to another, headed upstream yesterday. If I am thinking of the right one, there are not very many pink mares who will be as charming as her, he says, as you briefly see in his eyes a very small flash of gold.
Small flash of gold.
Yes, this
So
is a
I
sphinx
rolled
speaking
D20s.
highly of Ring Dancer.
Real quick, I rolled D20s at you. Are there any ones? And if there's not any ones, are there any threes or sixes?
There is 1-1, there is a 3, and a 2. There is
Okay.
a couple 6s.
Are the 3 and the 2 at the end or at the beginning?
3 and the 2 are in the middle. The 1 is toward the beginning.
Okay.
There are 2 6s after the midpoint.
These are spell learning. They do not need to be blind.
Well, the 6 only matters for one spell, so.
Yeah, sorry, let me reveal that roll to you so you can know your rolls here. How about that?
I mean, I keep forgetting all the time to turn off blind.
Oh God, you're learning very few spells.
Yeah.
That's a lot of spells.
Yes, I mean the whole character
mean,
concept is a
that's not
spell
even-
compendium person.
And that's not even all the spells that I had listed out.
Okay, well that's 4th.
What is a
I-
dictionary of spells called? I feel like there's a name
A
for that.
compendium.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
A spell compendium.
Spell compendium. Look at you go. I'm just going to call you that forever now. Yes, no, I won't.
Anyways, I'm going to go to the top of a tree and watch out, because this is not my specialty. And I'm still worried because if their boat sank randomly, it could have been an attack, and this entire thing could be staged.
Right. But
Little
if it's
Sprout is, on the other hand, looking for a nice, strong tree.
if it's Cassiopeia, then it could also be that she sank the boat for some reason.
Little Sprout's going to use a skill that she has never gotten to use before. She's going to use lore farming to find some good trees.
Okay.
Oh, I
Go
really rolled
for
that
it.
blind.
You find the best tree. Holy shit. It's the best tree.
Ding! Look at it.
Also,
Oh,
Edziel,
ding.
I've noted your perception check, by the way. That has not gone unnoticed.
I figured you'd
Over
reference it
the
at some point.
DC, it's a critical success.
That is a critical success, hence why I said she found the best tree. Look at
No,
it go.
I'm asking.
Yes, 10 over or a 20 that would have succeeded normally.
Okay, the 1 would have been a critical success, so now it's just a success. Yeah.
Ah, well, there you go. That's not so bad.
Okay, I learned all the spells.
Yeah, a 1 drops it by 1 increment, and 20 raises it by 1 increment. But
Yeah, that's-
neither of them are. Sorry.
That's still in the learning first level spells, which is DC 15. I get.
Yeah, you can do that in your sleep, which you just proved by rolling a 1 and literally doing it in your sleep.
Pretty much.
What are you doing? Learning a spell.
I didn't do it in my sleep. I did it in 5 minutes.
I like to imagine that a Stardancer is an insomniac, and just all through the night, it's just like, I gotta write this spell idea
Ring-
down. They write it and they try to go to sleep.
Ring of sustenance.
Yeah, and that.
That helps. And you only need 2 hours of sleep. Doodly-doo.
Yes.
3 years later,
So
quote
yeah,
from
it's exactly what you're imagining, except no negative effects from doing this.
Da, 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 da. All right. Well, now that she has this amazing tree, she will wave over the large pony. Hello, large pony. You're my favorite large pony.
That's me.
Yeah, it's you. So I'm going to do something stupid.
Oh no.
Oh man.
And she shouts. She shouts and lets it all out. And then basically steam cleans the bottom of this poor tree to knock it over.
Yeah, and it's kind of one of those things where, like, the birds are chirping in the tree. It's very nice, and they're kind of like looking over there, like idly wondering what this cute little sphinx could do. Ah! And then it's just like over with the tree. There it is.
Kamehameha the tree.
And you see them all like visibly kind of like their feathers like tighten on their body. It's like, they seem to understand now how such a tiny sphinx can probably round up the slave of the huge pony that is currently helping them out. Ah, man, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's about point to the tree. This will do. I think this will help.
Does it lever?
Little beaver.
I said lever.
Oh. Sure. I mean, Little Sprout was just getting a tree. How you use it, that's up to you.
Question is, I think Steady Shoot is confused as to why he needs a tree.
Yes. Steady Shoot still needs to get to shore.
You can put it under the boat, pry up the boat with it.
That would be a lever, yes.
There you go. See? Off you go. She swats him on the back.
There you go. You get swatted on the back. Are you taking up said tree?
I mean, is there, like...
It's free real estate now.
I mean, can I actually do it? Like, is there a way I could conceivably find that I could wedge it in some way to pry a boat in the correct direction?
Part of the adventure is trying to get it there in the first place, and I will need an athletics check if you are dragging the tree there.
Okay, fine.
Because it is a huge tree.
It should be public.
I'm sure a small shed could be made out of this, and small sheds are not light.
Mm-hmm. Damn it!
I said it should be public.
Keep forgetting to not change it. Can I see that?
Yes, because you're gonna know if you fail or succeed right away. Anyway, Blanc.
It's perfectly average.
Yep, and
I mean, average for you, that's still a pretty good roll, yo.
Yeah, I know. Perfectly average, except that I rolled really well.
You leave deep gouts in the sandy earth, dragging that tree out to shore, no problem. Getting it out into the water, you are able to place it where you need to.
Doodly-doo.
Kind of on a little, like, you're kind of like on a little sandbar itself.
Little Sprout is now waving at the people who are trying to move their boat. Wave, wave, wave. I mean, yeah, they should help. It's their project.
Yes, they are coming over to help, albeit with some strange looks to the other slaves that you had gotten upon your boat. Yes, that are also helping. And they are tugging.
Yes, we're going to defeat this with the power of friendship.
Yes.
Yes. Question is, how are you tugging? I didn't hear any slings of ropes or anything like that.
I mean, I apparently wedged a tree, so I could probably use that to help move the... So the idea is that I use it as a lever.
Chopsticks.
But yes, and then, like, if I can get purchase, like, just in the riverbed and push it like that, I will. Elsewise, I will try and pull it out.
You attempt to pull it out. And I'm sorry, I completely missed. Where are your guys' ropes coming from?
We do have ropes.
Ah, you tie on all the ropes. Does anybody have survival for placing those in the very nice places with nice knots and things like that?
Survival?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Survival does tend to cover verbs.
Yes.
In both
This
editions.
is, in fact, something Steady Shoot is good at, so...
Unless you have Lord Sailor, in which case that could also count.
Man, it's lucky you guys have such a strong and capable Bannerman with you, as Steady Shoot goes over and aptly ties ropes in ways that will make the rope both not snap and probably be most viably good to pull on.
Wait, is Orion here?
Yes, I am. I'm terrible. I apologize.
All right,
Oi.
welcome back. All right.
Orion, they're about to tug a boat out of the water. Somebody want to catch them up?
Yes, I will catch him up. We went onto the we went directly onto the boat in the session. We rode there. The ponies were not the ponies, the sphinxes there were pretty bad about pretty bad about treating ponies. I tried to have a conversation with a slave. It didn't go super well. I guess it went well, but the slave is still off-putting. But then we found a boat on the side that had been destroyed. NCL flew over and asked them what it was. They don't know what sank it, but this was a boat that Cassiopeia / Ring Dancer was on. And then she hopped boats into another one.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Were there any casualties, or were we able to get everyone out of the water?
We were not there when the water was there. I don't think we asked if there were casualties, but they didn't seem to indicate there were deaths. So, but I don't know.
All right. Orion wipes the drool from his lip and everything and shakes his head clear. Oh, sorry. What I miss? Oh, where did this boat come from?
Steady is literally in the river right now, trying to push it out.
A bunch of slaves that the other crews seems to be attempting to pull it out from the shore. Steady Shoot is kind of wedging it up with a giant tree trunk, decapitated from the ground by the tiniest of sphinxes in your party. And you, Orion, are on the boat watching this happen. And look at that, man. They got a couple more spots for the rope to pull.
Orion will grab hold and start umphing.
Aha! So I will need athletics checks from the two of you in the crowd at large.
All right, make sure I'm blind. Yes.
It doesn't need to be blind.
Oh, okay.
I shall reveal. You're gonna know if it's succeeding or not right away.
Woo!
Yeah. And one from you, Steady Shoot.
Oh, which one am I rolling here? This is
Athletics. Yep.
Yeah, cool. Oh, Jesus.
Is that your final answer?
You have
You have a hero
You
point.
have a hero point.
I kind of want to roll the hero point for this. Actually, this is
That'd be a D4. If you roll a 4, it's a natural 20. Otherwise, it's a reroll. Hey, there
Nope.
you go. Let's see the reroll.
sweet.
That's much better.
Hey, look at that.
Yes.
And the boat heroically starts to budge from the water. The combined efforts of all of you seem to be tugging along. It is kind of a Herculean effort in itself, however. As Steady Shoot, you are both trying to keep your balance in the flow of the river and lift an entire boat, which is kind of waterlogged. But
That's why lever.
yes, the lever does help, which is why it is starting to move. You hear the wood creaking from your levers. It just kind of groans. It groans. It really doesn't like you trying to use it for this purposes. This is not what trees are meant to be used for until processed. But there it goes. It's moving more and more and more until you start hearing it slide up onto the land, wherein it starts to become a little bit harder, paradoxically, to pull it up, as it's not just kind of like skidding over the bottom surface of the river with the aid of your
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Fortunately, at that point, the water should be draining out, and it should be easier to drag.
It is true. You've gotten the hole to a point where the water is kind of spilling out of it. And then...
I also, well, not yet. Sorry.
Yes. I will need one more athletics check from you guys as you start to get it up on shore when the water starts leaking out of it.
Okay, Orion will.
Oh, much better.
Hey, look at that.
Orion will fly upwards at the front of the boat to try to lift it up, so that way the back end stays buoyant, and hopefully it'll get on shore a lot easier.
There you go. And you start pulling it up. The just for your information, Orion, the bottom of the boat. This is one of those river boats with the flat bottoms. So it's just kind of
Nice.
yeah.
I like those boats.
Yeah. And it with the added lessened friction from Orion pulling upwards, there's no problem to keep this giant boat up onto the shore. Everybody collapses except for the slaves, who are looking at the sphinxes. It's like a mixture of kind of confusion because they're all like now on their backs, like breathing hard, like going, this is the slaves' work.
Steady kind of, Steady kind of snorts between the same thing.
How long ago did this ship get hit? Actually, what caused it to sink? Was it attacked?
Are you asking me or the party?
I will say they already said they don't know what sank it, but now is a good time to examine the boat to see if we can tell.
Aha! This would be a survival check if I ever saw one.
Really? Okay.
Yes. I mean, you're analyzing tracks pretty much and things. Between the pair of you, start looking things over Orion, but you don't see anything that would probably indicate anything super significant. Steady Shoot, you are more quick to pick up on the fact that along some of the planks, somewhat hidden amongst the cracking of the boards and probably some of the worn paint on the bottom, seems to be large, toothy bite marks right along some of the edges of these woods.
How large?
Your survival check would get you me checking something.
I mean, I can just tell probably how large it is from seeing it, but like, are we talking like pony large or larger large?
Let me see the thing really quick. Let me pull up my thing just to make sure I'm giving you the right answer here. If the teeth were any indication of how large this thing is, it would be gargantuan.
That's big.
Yeah. This was. If the
Well,
teeth,
Scout,
if
nods
the teeth
appreciate
are right.
Yep,
if the
that's
teeth-
sure
yeah.
not me.
I say this sort of visibly where people can understand it. Whatever bit off this place here is tremendous. It's huge.
Huge.
One of the collapsed. You're saying this loud enough for the other crew to hear?
Yes.
Yeah. One of them just kind of like on the ground. We're going to need a bigger boat, aren't we?
Huh.
Damn it.
I get it.
Is that it? Is the game over? Is that what you were going for?
That was the entire campaign. We're done. It was a 3-year joke, and we've reached the punchline.
Good job.
Level 20, everybody.
Would a knowledge, nature, or arcana reveal what caused the bite marks?
Knowledge, nature, if it's pointed out to you by Steady Shoot.
I did, absolutely.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Like I was pointed out. Yeah.
Let's take a look at it.
Very nice, and it's blind. Nice. You get Orion. You actually aren't sure what this might be, though your best friend Stardancer, Stardancer and Littlespout are able to both point out that this bite mark seems to have come from a Spinosaurus.
Sorry, what did we figure out?
You discovered what what bit the boat that caused it to sink.
Spinosaurus bit it.
Yeah.
What did it?
Is that
A
Spinosaurus.
Spinosaurus.
A dinosaur. All right.
is this is this large enough to fit? Is this
Large enough to fit.
Yeah, would a Spinosaurus fit in this area? This seems little.
You're effectively along the Nile River right now. If you've seen how large the Nile River is,
Jesus
it's
Christ.
pretty big.
Do I have okay.
Since they figured out what caused the bites, could I re-roll knowledge, nature to figure out what I know about the Spinosaurus?
Yes. Alright, and with that, I believe that the way this works, David, did they go on the amount of questions in Pathfinder 2 based on rolls like that, or?
They really left that up to the GM.
Fantastic. Well, what do you want to know there, Orion?
Special attacks.
Aha, well, you are aware, more than aware, that the Spinosaurus is a very carnivorous water dinosaur. One that likes to rip and tear, and sometimes, depending on how small a thing is, swallow things whole.
Neat.
Yeah.
Do I have any other questions?
I'd say with that roll you could get another, yeah.
Okay. Do they usually travel alone or in groups?
Typically these are apex predators, so for the most part you're going to see them traveling alone. Though if they are traveling in groups, it's usually for a common cause, something to the effect of hunting, which is a rarity in its own, but can happen.
Well, as you can see from these bite marks, this creature is fully capable of swallowing any one of us whole. Even you, Steady. But they are apex predators and tend to travel alone. It's rare that they would travel in packs, but if we do encounter one, it should just be the one. Orion's going to look to the Sphinxes and say in Sphinx, how long ago did the attack happen?
And they look to each other. The boat started going down earlier this morning. We have kind of been camping out, he says as he points to the tent. We barely managed to get the steam engines working to get us this far up shore, and we are eternally grateful that you were able to pull our assets up from the river before they took them.
Right, such gratitude should come with its own reward, shouldn't it?
Yes.
We already bartered that actually.
Yes, and they all look toward who you might assume to be their captain, who starts rummaging for the bag of coins that they had rescued, and kind of like looks to it, pulls out a decent chunk of change, puts it into another sack.
Yay, coins!
And he starts looking for your guys' captain. Kind of looks past you, steady shoot, idly eyes the smallest of spouts, because, you know, viciously tiny Sphinx might be the captain at this point. He's not really sure. He's like, he looks like he's looking for who to give it to.
Okay. Little spout tilts her head. Are you looking for who to give the reward to?
Yes. Who are we to speak to? What is the one, the reddish cat? And he kind of like looks to you. He looks a little unsure. Is the reddish cat your father? Yes.
I kind of stealthily jump out of the tree next to him and say, not the father, no.
Ah! He says as he falls backwards. Ah! You have given me a heart attack. Do not do that, you playful cat, you. He says as he turns his attention from Little Spout to Anseal. And yes, now you have a bag of gold. Look at that. Oh.
Little spout looks appropriately put out.
And I guess I will pocket that for now, and we will figure out distributing that later once we are not near these guys.
I suspect if no gold makes it to the what's it called? He'll be suspicious.
Yeah.
Makes it to the
Captain.
The captain, yeah. Because anyway, okay, we got information. We helped a party. We pulled some stuff.
We did things.
Didn't just so I recall correctly, did they say that Ring Dancer had exited before that time? Like she had hopped ships before the sinking?
The story that these merchants will give you is that they had stopped briefly with their newly found companion along the side of the river, similar to how you guys had seen on the way down. They had stopped there briefly before taking off, but as he explains, the pink one seemed very insistent that we continue. So we had sent her along the path with another riverboat that was headed down more directly to the place that she was going.
Great.
What was the name of the ship she jumped on?
He kind of thinks. I did not catch the name. He starts to think. But I do know that they were one of the how do you say, the more unnecessary riverboats along the path. That is to say, they sold a lot of the confectionaries and things that they sell in the West. You know, the candies and the and he kind of thinks a little bit. Roasted veggies, as they say.
Okay, I guess that means we can follow our nose.
Perhaps, he says. His ears kind of parking
But
up.
it also means that, unfortunately, I was hoping that she had been stopped by this and we weren't losing any time. Means we've lost more time.
However, I still wish to thank you. I cannot tell you how great it is to still have this here in One Piece. We are not too far from Lurbust. From here, I'm sure we can find our way. We do not have any adventurers to really keep us safe through the night, but I'm sure that Sela will be more than happy to help us. She is a good friend of ours.
How many more hours until we reach Lurbas?
You guys are pretty much close to the end of your destination. Out in the distance, you do see what seems to be many different river boats, which are kind of parked up around kind of a little recess where the river comes up. But that is a far way away. I'd say you guys are about an hour trip down.
We can probably make our way to Lurbas. Just hoof it.
That is up to you guys. The captain is more than able to cart you there if you need it.
I mean, unless we move quickly, it's probably faster to take the boat. Unless we make more speed.
We're on a boat, guys.
Orion's going to go take a look at the slaves to make sure none of them are injured, and if we need to
That's
start
right.
walking,
We need to. That's right. We have to deliver these as well.
if they're able to make the journey, I say we push on to Lurbas.
I mean, I think we're leaving anyway, right?
Well, we're at the base of the river. We're going to be having to walk the rest of the distance, aren't we?
If you guys are walking, yes, it will take you pretty much the extent of the day. Otherwise, if you are going on the tugboat, that'll pretty much advance you a square, and then you could do 2 more squares for the rest of the day's travel to get to Lurbas, which would be faster.
Okay. Then let's take the tugboat, and Orion's going to look over the slaves to make sure everyone's healthy, that they can continue walking.
Yeah. Let's.
We'll do that. All right.
I mean, you said we were taking the boat, so.
The slaves are more than capable to keep on going. They've had harder conditions, and quite frankly, they seem a little confused as to how something so noble as these sphinxes and Persians collapse so easily. And it's kind of awkward to them, and they kind of scratch their heads and get back on the boat. And the captain, did you guys give the captain the sack of money, since he's the one they pulled over on grounds that he would be compensated for it?
That would be up to the person who took the thing, I think.
I mean, I assume we're at least giving them the captain most of it. I didn't check how much was in there. How much is in there?
You start counting how much is in here, and the weight of gold is measured in platinum. You have found yourself 15 platinum pieces.
Whoa.
Yup.
That was quite a payday.
They were more than thankful for you doing this. The captain is looking for you guys who would, well, I guess specifically you, Anziel, since you are kind of the one who was flying back and forth with them.
How do you spell platinum?
Platinum.
And as I'm
Platinum.
kind of counting these, I kind of look up and see something off in the distance and point it out to everyone.
Huh? What's over there?
You point out into the distance, Anseal, but pointing seems whatever was there is now gone.
I don't see anything, Orion says as he slowly turns back and looks at Anziel.
Looked like sails almost. I'm going to very quickly do we want to negotiate with the captain? I have a feeling something bad is about to happen.
What kind of bad?
Big bad.
Well, how is the captain going to help us?
Orion's going to roll perception to look along the water to see if anything's stirring up underneath the boat.
Also, 415 platinum each or total?
Well, like, that's the bag of platinum that they gave you for helping pull the thing out that the
Right.
captain
That's
had
what
we had
requested as part of...
Yeah, the captain had requested for.
Should I just give the entire bag to the captain? Do we not care about that?
I mean, it's a lot of money, but
Yeah, these are platinum.
Study.
Did the captain and his crew actually do anything?
The captain and his crew, I mean, I would imagine that they were, helping you guys pull out from the water. You guys, them, the slaves, even the other... it is an entire tugboat. Like,
Yeah.
or a riverboat, so it does take takes a
Well,
village.
because 15 platinum is only 150 gold, isn't it?
Yeah.
In Pathfinder 2, though, keep in mind that the exchange rate is pretty much like 35 times the amount of what it was in Pathfinder 1.
Okay.
So, 150 gold times 35 is about how much of an equivalent to PF1 that you guys are getting here in this bag.
Okay.
Steady actually doesn't care about the money, but
We'll negotiate here in a minute. Let's figure out what's going on first.
The captain looks a little impatient. Cats, what has got your tongue in a twist?
Well, I saw something that looked like sails, but not like a boat's sails. So we're trying to figure out what that is first before we get too involved in anything else, so that way we're not surprised by anything.
He squints and he looks outwards. There is no sails upon these rivers. There is no wind. This is why we have the... And he points toward the paddles in the back of the boat that are spinning. Or that would be spinning.
Well, I know what I saw. I'm gonna fly up and see if I can't see anything.
Aha, and you fly up. I see Orion's perception check for the thing earlier. I did catch that. Ansi, I'll need yours as well.
I just rolled it.
You fly up higher and higher and higher, and it's kind of one of those things where it is a lot easier to see things down in the depths when the sun is kind of shining directly on them than it is, at ground level. Orion, you're not seeing anything, thusly, from your vantage point on the boat. Anseal, however, you see two very large figures approaching the boat at a very swift pace.
Under the water?
Yup.
I just yell brace and get ready. So I assume it's going to hit the boat.
Yes. You brace and get ready. I take it flying back to the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as you guys brace, I'll need an initiative roll. Oh no, we've reached this point. Let me grab your guys' tokens. It's one thing I didn't copy over here. It's fine. Copy. There we go. Page 2 here.
Maybe that was premature.
Alrighty, I got those ones. I still need steady shoot. Where's steady shoot? There he is. High, steady shoot, and start answer. You guys are important too. Promise. Copy. There we go. Bonk. A large pony. I'm gonna put right here. There we go. Ooh, and I'm just gonna make this a... Sorry, I didn't actually set the global illumination on this map. Bonk. Aha! Look at ourselves.
Oh no, new map. Who does that?
I know who does that. That being said, it is time for combat music. Yeah, you know the time.
Ooh, fancy boats.
Yeah, this is your guys' kind of riverboat here. And as such, I will be getting you guys queued up. Look at the fist. Look at the fist. And click your buttons.
Oh, I don't know if I ever got an answer. Does anyone in the party have the ability to cast enlarge on me?
That'd be like
No?
that'd be a question for Start Answer.
I don't think I picked that one up.
Okay.
Oh wait, yeah I do. Yeah, we'll say we prepared this one because see invisibility really isn't that useful right now.
Alright, so I think I got everything in and ready to go. Little Spout and Steady Shoot, I don't see you guys having pushed the button yet.
What?
The dice on the fist icon, unless you roll
Oh,
it here.
okay.
I must have rolled really low.
I had already rolled on the other screen, which is why I thought.
Aha. There you go. But I'm changing it to your first roll, which was 30. Well,
Wow.
doesn't make a difference, but, you know, hey.
Our initiatives are actually very close to each other.
Yeah. However, it is seemingly one of these things first. As Anseeld lands, tells everyone to brace. There is a sailing, a sail itself that seems to protrude from the water. Something is coming. Let me just check its swim here, and I will put it right here so you guys can see where it is. As it starts to swim down the way. Swoosh, 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 swoosh. And as it does, a great head whoosh, out of the water, aimed toward not you guys, but the first things it sees, which is right here, the captain. Oh man, look at that.
Is this thing trying to climb up out of the water and onto our ship?
No, the sails had protruded the spines from the thing. Remember, you guys are still kind of on the shore, so as it kind of swam up to the thing, that's why its sails started to protrude from the water to where it just stands and it leans its head over to bite at your captain here aboard the SS Adventure.
Is it the plesiosaur?
It is a Spinosaurus.
Spinosaurus, excuse me.
Ah,
I'm so
yes.
dumb.
Yes. And it goes to go bite at him. Look at that. Wonk. I say is oh, I should reveal that. There we go. Perfect. Let me just pull up my resource here. Aha, there we go. And the captain is caught unawares. Seemingly the grab checks are against fortitude, right? David, am I correct in this? I'm gonna assume that's correct because that's what I believe it is. Aha. And as he is attacked successfully, the Spinosaurus deals a number of damage to your poor captain. As he is gripped. Ah! He shouts in surprise as great teeth clamp upon him, grabbing him. And that is his turn as he is pulled somewhat off deck, closer to this guy's square. There we go. Bonk. Little Spout, it is your turn. Little Spout? David, you're on mute.
Yep. Sorry.
That may have explained something earlier.
I was being slightly distracted. My apologies for that.
Okay.
Do you need a recap of what just happened?
But it is my turn, and there is horrible thing there, yes?
Yep, who had just grabbed the captain and is dragging him off the boat.
I mean, that's just rude.
Very rude.
He's holding the captain?
Yeah, he has bit him and has grabbed him as part of its bite action.
Well, that sounds exceptionally rude, really.
Yeah.
I should probably do something about that.
Uh-huh. So what are you doing?
So I will. They can't stop me. I will hurry over to the edge here. And I will swat the sucker. I will swat him so hard. He's a little far away from me, so I guess I'll just throw things at him. So that works.
Go for it.
I should not be doing that blind.
I reveal you.
That's
Also,
just weird and awkward.
also, you can target him. Remember.
So it's now everybody doing it. Has been like, oh, I need to.
It's your fault. I learned it from you.
A 35 will be enough to hit this poor thing. Look at you.
Hooray! I mean, I'm sure I should feel bad for it. I don't.
Let's see the damage.
I shall damage it. And then I'll do it again because I can. 21. That's not so good.
Wow. Yeah, no, that one doesn't hit. However, you do damage it for bonk, an amount of hit points. Look at you go.
It was a good amount, darn it.
Alright. And is that your turn there, Little Spout?
Yes, that was 3 actions.
That is your turn. And move to Star Dancer. Elise?
Okay.
Alright, what are you doing?
Why do you need to be enlarged again?
Makes me nice and big, gives me reach.
It does not give you reach.
That
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, as far as I know, does long still exist in PF2?
I feel like that's a question for David, because I actually don't know. Let's see.
What's the
reach
question?
by 5 feet.
Does long? Yeah. Does
Doesn't
okay.
matter. It says the spell says its reach increases by 5 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about long in PF.
I thought it was more of a flavor thing because it's just like, no, I grow large. That's what my character does.
Sorry, I missed part of that question. When you become large,
No, it's fine. It's fine. We figured it out.
you figured it out. Hooray!
Okay, I will be nice and cast enlarge on you.
thank
Before I do
you.
that.
And you get larger. Look at you. Bonk.
Where
And
is
I'm not-
Rage small.
And it's not letting me alter my size.
Change your size on the sheet here. You have to do it on your sheet though. You should be able to alter your size. Question.
But it's not
I don't
giving
know if
me
they work.
access to click on those.
I think that's.
Oh yeah, like mine doesn't either. Like on the character, their size small, and I can't change that.
Is that something you got to change in your race, perhaps?
Oh, you know what? That might be under ancestry. I bet it is under ancestry. It is under ancestry.
There you go. They just changed the location of it.
Yeah. So click on ancestry, and then you can switch it around.
Details, size, large. Cool.
That is,
Thank you.
that is a really nifty little thing, actually. I like how they.
I mean, that sort of makes sense. That's usually where you get your size, but then things happen.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
somebody
I
spells at you.
removed it from my spell book. How nice.
Wait, what?
I tried to drag a thing and it goes, oh, we're just going to remove it from the spell book completely.
Well, that depends on where you dragged it to.
Okay, so you also gain clumsy 1 because now you're enlarged.
Oh, that's a thing. Okay.
Welcome to Clumsy Town. Population.
Which is what I was trying to drag onto you, which deleted the spell from my spell book.
Oh no!
Orion, you could just right-click yourself and clumsy it up.
Did it?
Nice.
What does clumsy do to me?
You take a
Minus
status
1
penalty.
armor class, minus 1 everything at dexterity, basically.
Yeah, you take a status penalty equal to the condition value to dexterity-based checks and
Okay,
DCs.
oh. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Which is already
It's based on
calculated once you give
30
yourself.
minus.
Yeah. Alright, you've enlarged. I believe you have one more action there. Star Dancer, what are you doing?
Yep, I'm just sitting here.
This is
Because
a
I
perfectly
can
normal
do
day.
literally nothing with 1 action.
Aha, fair enough. You could always move if you wanted to. I was just making sure.
Yep,
Alright,
I
steady
thought about
shoot.
it. There's nowhere to move to.
Or cast shield, just in case.
Okay. Where is Shoot Steady? Shoot Steady is here. Yes.
You have another large buddy now.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
Oh, yeah, I should actually cast shield. Okay.
Yes, I will move. Do I have this? There we go. 30 feet. Can I actually stand, like, here?
That is acceptable to me. You're not in the square.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll do that. Is that 1 or 2 moves? Hold on. 30 feet. That's more than 30 feet, so I have to take 2 moves to do that. I don't think I have sudden charge. I might, though. I do not. I'll use Silencing Strike, which is what allows me to rage and hit at the same time.
Nice.
The
Silencing
strike
Strike.
is Battle Axe. 38.
Aha. And just a heads up, you could double right click the thing that you're targeting, and it'll tell you.
Oh
to hit it.
yeah. I have this. I have the same thing. I forget when it comes to
It's pretty good.
when it comes to playing on David's game.
That would
That's
hit.
okay. I forgot to do it. Ha 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 ha.
So must succeed at a Fortitude save against your class DC, which is what for you?
32.
Aha! Look at that. He's got a Fortitude up. And it looks like he is succeeding this day. And a normal
Alright.
success, and they are
I
unaffected.
try to punch. I punch him in the throat, but I just sort of hit him with the axe, but I hit, right?
Yeah, it's kind of one of those moments where it had reached up, it had plucked the captain, and it was like, thrashing it about a little bit. You just punched it in the throat, and everybody kind of stopped for a second, like record scratch style. They kind of look at you, like, really? Give me that damage.
I thought I rolled damage.
There we go. Hey, there's the damage as you deal 32, which is going to make him not stay in place very long. His slight confusion as to why you punched him in the throat. Alright.
Alright, well, just chilling out. Suddenly this guy just punches me in the throat.
Yeah, Anseal.
What the hell?
Okay. So, computer. Okay. Oh, it says reload application. Thanks, game.
Who does that?
Pop out and over here, and I am going to shoot the one I can see with an arrow infused with. Which one does the most damage? Wasn't one of them glitched out? Yeah.
Double right click, remember, on the Spinosaurus.
Yeah, sorry, I was looking at my spells because one of them glitches out and doesn't do the proper damage. I'm going to... I'm going to imbue my arrow with Produce Flame as I go to attack it.
Go for
So
it.
I'm going to shoot my bow, if I can find it, my Oath Bow.
Look at this one. So is amazing.
Attack.
Aha! And you have definitely hit.
Cool, so let me roll the damage for that.
I may not have that module enabled, actually. Oh, yeah, that's right. I have it in the banner means I don't have it here.
So there's the damage for that. And then let me do the damage for... I think I was going to do damage for Telekinetic Projectile, because I think Produce Flame is broken, if I remember correctly.
They could have fixed it in the time, but yeah, it was broken last time. I'm not sure if it's broken again.
Click it, because they have been fixing things. And that's good.
But the damage is the same, yes?
Between the two?
Yep.
Produce Flame and Telekinetic Projectile?
Yep.
Telekinetic Projectile is 1d6, but it does not have persistent damage. It's a little different.
Alright, fair enough. Whoosh. And how much is the persistent damage on here so I can mark it?
On what?
A
Produce
flame.
flame.
Oh, produce flame. Here, let me try to roll it and see if it actually does a proper thing. Hey, look, that actually worked.
Yay!
We'll keep the lower damage, but I think the persistent damage is on the critical. I don't know. It shows a broken link.
I was pretty sure it was just on a crit. Produce flame. They catch on fire.
Yeah, but there's like a broken link icon in it instead of what it would normally show.
Also, quick thing. It says that those are D4s for produce flame, not D6s.
Oh,
Uh,
apparently they are.
yeah.
I thought all of them were the same.
All good. I will add this and then subtract it off the D4s. Oh, look at that. Bonk. Just remember that you have that. All right.
Yeah, on a crit, they take double the damage from the initial hit, and then 1d4 persistent damage. Basically the same damage, but now it's persistent. Oh no.
You do not
Not
crit, however.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I just have this like.
All right, we did it. We figured it out.
Okay.
Oh, that's what I remember. That you don't have the health estimate module thing. So I can't tell how hurt this thing looks at all.
Oh, I actually do. I just didn't
do?
enable it on here.
Oh well, yes. Turning it on helps.
Yes. And quick rolls was the one that was for yeah, okay. It's gonna refresh you.
What?
How
Refresh?
dare you?
David will remember this.
Oh, it broke my pop out character sheet.
Hey, there we go. Now it has a health estimate on it.
Back to this. Okay, cool. Oh, hey, we got music now.
Oh, and that's my entire
Had you music before?
Yeah, if you mouse over the enemy, it'll now actually say how hurt it looks.
Look at that.
Neat.
Alright, is that your turn there, Anzio?
Yes.
Ah, let me go to Orion. Hello.
Orion sees the big monster and he gets all excited. He gets a big smile on his massive toothy grin face. He is going to leap off the edge of the ship and try to drop down onto the Spinosaur. And then he's going to take a smoke stick and he's going to shove it right in that thing's eye and turn it on.
Aha. Well, I will need an attack for that first.
All right. Standard attack. He is not raging. I did click strike.
Yeah, you have to click which strike you're doing there.
Let's see.
First one, since you first
Hurting
attacked
him.
the round. You see it in chat?
Yeah, I'm clicking the strike that says plus 24, but nothing's
Yeah.
happening.
Oh, that's weird. Click. Yep, that's not working. Well, then you have to roll it manually.
Okay.
And you said you're flying, yeah?
Jumping.
You are jumping. It sounds like by the end of this, you're going to be landing in the water.
That's okay.
Okay.
I have plans. 38.
Bam!
38 will get you a hit. As you... And then, what was a smoke stick, right?
Yes, a smoke stick. It's going to create a radius burst of 20 feet, and it is in this guy's eye socket.
Aha. Radius burst of 20 feet, which I will put right here from the place you can... from
Okay,
a
well,
place...
now everybody's concealed from everybody.
Okay, 20 feet within reach. What square are you putting it in?
Right there on his eyeball.
Bonk.
Oh, looky there. We can still kind of sort of see the captain.
Yup. Is this a smoke stick lesser or greater? It is greater.
Greater.
Awesome. And so now, there is smoke going everywhere. The thing flailing around, still with the captain, mind you. Has not relinquished his grip upon him.
Does going in his eyeball have any effect on him?
He seems rather enraged, and I mean, you've stuck it in his eyeball. Also, like, there's now a thing here, so it's pretty hard for him to see.
Okay. I think I have one more action. Question. I want to use Sovereign Glue to close this thing's mouth shut. Like, get the captain away from him and
I must
close his mouth
raise
shut.
some slight objections,
Okay.
being the rules lawyer person. Because you moved and you attacked him, at some point you had to actually get out the smoke stick, didn't you?
I suppose you're right. Okay, yeah, that's all 3 of my actions, so that's my turn.
Alright,
Alright.
give me that unarmed damage just really quickly, because I mean you still just whack him with a hit, so that does still impart something.
Oh yeah,
Hopefully
Uh,
the action works.
these buttons are not working.
No.
I'm enlarged. What is the base damage of a fist? Is it a D4?
Yes.
All right, so 1d6.
Enlarge also says, let's see,
It gives us some bonus.
2 status bonus to melee damage.
Okay, so that's +2. Great.
All right. Shoot. I don't know what my damage modifiers are.
There it is. I
Oh,
did it.
that was it? Okay, thank you.
I did it from the action of your character sheet. Either way, so there's that +2, so 9. And just to make it
damage.
easier for everybody involved, here you go.
Bonk. Thank you. Alright, and that's your turn?
Yes.
There,
Fantastic.
It got to 9 because of your large.
From the other side of the way, you guys start hearing a splashing there too, as the second sail appears.
Splish splash.
Ah man, look at him go. And he is whoosh, coming thusly. Oops, and 1 square to the side. There we go.
You dare to approach Little Sphinx?
Yes, he do dare. Let me just make sure what reach here is. Aha, there it is. And as this here dino comes over, Anseal. Looks like he has
Yes.
his eyes set on you, the flighty one who would come down. Oh man, maybe he's following this guy as he goes to bite you. And let me put a
Everything
little-
that has wings must taste like chicken.
and he will target you. Let me see if I can set that up actually. I bet this works. Yeah, it does. Okay. Bonk bonk. Ah. And it looks like I hit by 1 by the looks of it.
Barely.
Hey. He still bit you. Which means I need a fortitude save from you to not get grabbed.
Fortitude.
Yep. Fortitude is grabbed, right, David? My
Sorry, what was that?
fortitude is grabbing, right?
You mean like what are you rolling against to grab? Yes, you're only against 42 DC.
Gotcha. I'm trying to double check what.
No, it's against a 42 DC. You don't actually roll 42.
Oh.
Target is 31 in that case. Of which a 35 would beat. If that was actually the grab roll, I think that was an attack.
That was an attack. It's a damage thing plus
Have
grab.
a
Does
thing
it,
on it?
what was that?
Does it have grab on its bite?
Yeah. An amount of
So
damage
again,
plus
you can. Does it have grab or improved grab?
I'm not seeing that it has improved grab. It just says grab.
It's just grab. That means it can spend an action right now after it bit Anseal to automatically grab you.
Ah,
But it has to spend that action to do the grab.
gotcha. It can't just automatically do that because it did double move to get here.
Then it just can't do it.
Aha.
But it bit him. No.
Nom. Yes, you do get nom.
Yeah. I mean, the grab power is great. Improved grab is stupidly great because it lets it do it for free.
There you go. You take 27 points of damage as the bite still chomps at you.
Okay.
But yeah, grab does need that action. That's the trick. That's the trick. Yeah, I've run into that. I've run into lots of monsters that have grab. Who knew?
And that is that one's turn. Which leads me to me he's on the turn order there. There you guys can see him. This one in the water. It is his turn. We're back to him. Orion, you had splashed down into the water, correct?
Yes.
Splish.
Yup. That's about when he starts to splash around his tail. Not able to see things. It seems like he is more than able to start to let's see.
Just to point out, the concealed basically means everybody has a 20% mischance in that bubble.
Yeah.
Like, you can still tell where things are. It's just harder to hit them.
Yup. But he is doing an area of effect. It seems.
Ooh,
in
okay.
the area of Orion along the water. I don't think anybody else is in the water per se, so this won't really affect anybody else. But hey, the water gets slapped with his mighty sail, as it were, which I believe is a reflex save. Let me just double check that. Yep, I need a reflex save from you, Orion. Aha, that was not enough. However, it was not a critical failure, which means that
Is its level equal to or higher than ours?
it is lower actually by 1.
Then his degree of success improves by 1 because this is an incapacitation effect.
Then you take.
So
Oh, it is an incapacitation effect. Yeah. So then that is you take only half damage of this. Let me roll this here. Wonk. Slap. As he
So
does so.
click the little person that has a shield on them to take half. Little person with it. There you go. You did it.
And then it has one more action left and a thing in its mouth. Oh no, what is it gonna do? It's gonna do the thing.
Oh, it's swallowing things.
Oh yes, it is indeed doing such things. Does it still have to roll for an attack for that technically, right? Or does it just happen?
It has to. 1 second, as I looked it up right quick, because it's like, wait a second. Yes, it says attempts to swallow. Here we go. Attempts to swallow. The swallow creatures will blah. There you go. The monster attempts an athletics check opposed by the grabbed creature's reflex DC.
Aha. Well, let's see this.
All right, so athletics check.
Athletics check opposed by his
By
reflex.
the port captain's reflex DC.
Yup. Against the poor captain's reflex DC, that he fails, and then is thusly swallowed as it is. You guys see
Yeah,
kind of
that's
do
right.
that
You say
dinosaur
he
head
failed.
bob thing.
It's the thing rolling, so that's what got me confused for a second there.
Oh yeah, sorry.
He succeeds.
Yes, he succeeds. My bad.
does that incur an attack of opportunity to swallow?
No, because it doesn't have the meat-play trait.
Okay, just checking.
And then
No, I mean that's a perfectly valid question.
12 plus 12. Just so I can note that down. Blonk, and the poor captain screams as the dinosaur starts doing that head bobby thing that dinosaurs do when they are eating something. And that is his turn. Little Spout.
Little Spout is just rightly annoyed about this whole thing. However, both of her large, exceptionally talented friends are on the job. And look at them. They're right there.
Yeah, they're helping.
Now, she's pretty sure she should probably give Antiel a hand, because it's just Antiel versus really large creature that wants to eat him. And that's no fun, right?
No fun.
Depends on what your definition of fun is.
I mean, some people are into that kind of thing. Last Shadow approves.
It depends on what your definition of is.
Little Spout show scream loudly. It's one of her favorite things to do. And then the steam. I mean, we like steam, right?
Oh man, the steam is liked.
Oh
man, look at
god,
that.
this poor thing. What have I done?
Ah, and you hit it.
So he gets to click the one all the way to the right. Because he just got crit in the face.
Aha. Is that this one right here?
I will steam clean your dinosaurs. Yay!
Bonk. Smack! And yeah, I mean, like, you hear a crack. Something definitely displaced as this dinosaur.
I'm
blinks.
sure there's a nice crisp cooking smell of dino.
Yup.
Bit flesh melting and blistering, and Little Spout's just looking very satisfied with herself.
No, less
But that was her whole turn.
scaly. Yeah. But is that your turn?
Yeah, no, that was one action, power up, 2 actions, steam the hell out of it.
All right. Start answer. It is your turn. Was Don answer?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast Disintegrate on the one on the right.
All right, go for it.
Cook it, then disintegrate it. Perfect.
Make sure to double right click when you do your attack so that way it targets.
Yeah. Double right click that sucker.
Target. On what am I double right clicking?
The enemy.
I see.
The
you.
enemy's icon.
You were tapping.
Oh, that's okay. I just did the target thing on the left. Whatever.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Hey.
Oh god!
Ouch. 2 crits in a row on this thing. Mean.
On a critical hit, treat the save result as 1 degree worse.
Wait, what?
Target makes a basic fortitude save.
Oh, for his basic fortitude save. Well, time for him to make a basic fortitude save and probably suck at it.
Here we go.
So that would have been a regular success, right?
I guess that's against my spell DC.
Yeah. I imagine that's a basic success.
Yeah, it's 30 versus 32, so yeah, that would have been
That
regular.
becomes a failure.
So,
Roll damage.
12d10 damage.
Ouch.
Wow, look at all that damage. So he takes that.
That really wasn't that
Hardcore.
great damage.
Yeah, and you shoot your rays of disintegration outwards, while the dinosaur himself does
click
not.
again, yo.
Yeah,
That was a crit.
Oh, was that?
I said click it again. That was a crit.
Is it a? Because I thought the only jurisdiction for a crit was that it lowered the degree of failure. Is that also do the damage? Question mark?
If you make a spell attack and you crit, it does double damage. That's normal.
Okay, I just wasn't
Make a
sure.
spell
I
attack,
just
you
wasn't sure.
deal 12d10.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I deal.
And if it's a basic save, then you can make it worse.
Why is with the terrible damage?
Well, it would just be double the first amount anyway.
Actually, you just made me really confused, actually. Shoot. 1 second.
It says it has a save, but then it doesn't say anything what the save does.
Is
Well,
it basic?
no, because it's a basic save. So actually, I think that you were right to just take the damage once, because in the end, the save was the basic save, and he only basically failed it. He didn't crit fail it. So he just takes the 60.
And
All
as
right,
you shoot your disintegration
Kind of
outwards.
stupid in my opinion, but that's what it is.
Hey, no problem. The disintegration goes outwards as you effectively dustify parts of his body. That's not very nice of you. But you have, however,
Very
made him
sweet.
a much more divine individual, as he is now holy. With that.
Yeah, that guy looks like he's really having a bad day.
Darn it, I was hoping to kill him. Then he just go to dust. But whatever.
He's really close if you
Yeah.
mouse over him.
He's definitely near death. Not quite
So close.
all the way there yet, however. Steady shoot. The captain has just been swallowed before you.
Save them.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me. Yeah. Sure. Steady is gonna hit them, like he wants to.
Follow the great Orc War Chief's advice and hit it really hard.
Yes. It's silencing strike because I just can do that.
Oh,
Good roll.
that's nice.
Aha! That hits. Let me just double check something actually. That actually hits critically.
Oh,
Oh, sweet.
So he gets to click the wounded man one then?
Yeah, there should be a critical button too.
Yeah, there is. It's the one in the middle. For taking.
Aha.
Oh, you mean critical damage? Yeah, well, it's too late to click that.
Sorry.
But he can just click the one in the middle and take double damage. There you go.
Slash as you cleave into this thing and it lets out a mighty roar.
How do we keep knocking everything to near death?
Hey, he seems to be just having as much of a bad day as his friend over there, who was nipping and is probably having second thoughts right now. Anseal! Oh wait, no, steady shoot. Sorry, is that the end of your turn?
That was only one action.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Oh,
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
It's like, shoot, you can get angry and do it again if you wanted to.
Yeah, I think I should. So
That does hit.
Woo! I imagine not critically.
Oh
I
man.
hope not.
And you slash, embedding your axe in its side as you see the Spinosaurus, not disappear, writhe, and then sink into the small sandbar that you guys are in.
I mean, it would vaguely be sweet to see it like blink away. Blink, blink.
Yeah, pretty much. Which would give it...
We did it. We beat it so hard it de-rezzed.
Yeah. Let's see here. Where is...
I mean, that's how this works, right?
I actually don't see the unconscious thing on here. Is that a thing? Aha, unconscious. There it is. Bonk. Has an arrow for some reason. There we go. And he is unconscious. And I believe you had one more action there, Steady Shoot.
I do. I beat that one up. So I guess I'll... it's sinking in the thing. Yeah, I will move it. I'll move it over. I'll move on over here. But not do anything. Just sort of get in melee.
Aha! And Anseal. Oops, there you go.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm going.
You cut out.
Oh, are they both near death?
Hover over them, they should
Yeah.
let you know, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. If they're both near death, and we have done 400 damage, that means they probably have roughly 30 damage left apiece. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot the one I've been shooting, but I'm not going to imbue magic into it. I'm just going to take a normal shot, because then... actually, no, I will imbue magic just to overkill and make sure. And I will imbue... where'd it go? Telekinetic projectile into it.
Go for
So
it.
here...
Nice.
This is the third crit on this one.
Guys,
So let me roll the critical damage for that.
Stop! He's dead!
Are you sure about that? Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Just wait. Wait. I'm not done. And is there such thing as critical on the spell?
I mean, yes.
Because double that then as well.
Oh no.
Ouch.
So it was already created and steamed, and
Oh, I
then
forgot to double click.
great big hole gashed into
I
it.
forgot to double right click him. That's my bad.
Oh man. And
This
with
thing is so dead.
the bow comes out. Where were you aiming?
Was its mouth open?
Yup.
In the mouth.
Aha. And as if it had
I mean, you didn't need a digest subtract, did it?
yeah, well, it's certainly gone now as we make him unconscious and falling below the river's pole. Do.
Save the captain, shouts Little Spout.
Yes. Initiative ends, and the captain is still, unfortunately, within this one.
Orion is going to bite the neck of this dinosaur and rip it open so he can just slide the captain right out.
You start doing so. Stabbing, and yeah, then you kill it. And after not so
Pretty
long,
good.
and a lot of struggling and really weird gaspy noises, comes the captain, who flips out of his makeshift submarine. And you've rescued him. He's kind of gasping and coughing. He looks like he's been through an ordeal.
And
I mean,
Orion will lift him up to the poop deck, and he goes kerplop, right back where he was.
Oh, why are they out so far?
Oh, are they always out here?
He is dizzily looking up into the air, and while he seems to have heard you, continues mumbling to himself. Blasted things, that's why I came down here in the first place, so I could avoid them. And they still got me. They're gonna take me leg. My other leg, that is. He says, blinking. He has a little wooden paw. Oh man, look at the guy go.
Orion's going to dive back into the water to grab a hold of this Spinosaur and then pull it up onto the deck of the ship.
Now you're gonna need to give me an athletics check for that, because this is a whole ass dinosaur.
Turns out those are heavy.
I do have Titan Wrestler, if that matters.
That lets you grab it.
Aha! And with a mighty athletics check and the fact that you are enlarged, you are able to pull it up, whoosh, onto the ship, and all of its dinosauric glory.
What's left of it?
Yes. Well, this one's the most intact. It's just kind of thwacked with things.
Oh yeah, this one wasn't as bad. This one, however, I think there's like little pieces in the next zip code.
Mm-hmm.
This one over here, I like to imagine actually erupted and little bits of dinosaur are raining down on top of us still.
No.
Yeah, this one just got crit 3 times. It's just like he popped up. He was like, "Hey, you guy!" Pat, 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 and now he's gone.
Yeah, it was kind of amazing.
You came to the wrong neighborhood. Alright, so for this dinosaur, Orion is going to clean it. He's actually going to skin it, collect its teeth and its claws, and he's going to try to salvage what he can and cut up the meat.
And so Little Spot's going to ignore that and tend to the captain.
Yeah, he's having a moment to himself right now where he considers his lease on life.
And the Little Spout is saying soft, reassuring words. It's okay. We took care of it. You're all right.
I swear I saw soft whisper in the moments before I had gone down the thing.
The boat's okay. You're okay. Everybody's happy to see you.
Give me a diplomacy check, you.
It's Little Spout tries to be nice.
Yes.
I have skills. There they are. I'm going to roll my skills. There, it's going to be great. Whee! She's good at diplomacy.
And you do the thing and console him.
Gently soothing his mental anguish.
Yes, yes. You have done such things. Just take some deep breaths. It's okay. He has to deal with these things as a captain. It comes with the territory.
And so it still helps to have somebody who cares, willing to sit down and just talk about these things.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. As you guys do the thing, the rest of the well, as you guys kind of clean this up, are you guys doing anything else in this specific spot, or are you asking the captain to take your guys' hindquarters to the end of the river?
Let's go to the end of the river.
Is there more? Yeah. Is there more investigation we could do? Probably not.
It's up to you.
I mean, the only other thing that could even potentially come up would be trying to find these things later to see if they have anything in it.
I don't think we want to stop for that, so...
No, not really.
Duck,
you are actually skinning it and taking the things. I will note that as you start like going through the skin, you get up to the eyes, specifically the one that you hadn't impaled with a smoke stick, and see that in the sunlight as it glints, seems to be a kind of goldish tint to it. It seems to be slowly fading away.
A goldish tint. Is that a magical thing?
It is not unlike the kind of goldish tint that you saw whenever your beloved, as it were, used things. If you recall, Ring Dancer had some goldish glints in her eyes every time she did something when she was taken over. I know that the party, prior to Orion getting here way back in Takalai, also saw goldish glints from that one brother guy. And then tertiarily, the people who are on the, that you guys helped out with the boat, one of them who was speaking highly of Ring Dancer, or rather her body, seemed to also have that kind of tint in his eye. Kind of one of the ones that you have to catch the light in the right way to get.
Yeah. I remember that. I don't...
Before the light fades away, Orion is going to wave high into the eyeball.
You wave high into the eyeball, and as promptly as you saw that glow there, it just disappears.
When Orion is digging around inside the Spinosaur, he cuts into the stomach. Are there any ship parts in there?
You do so, and do find yourselves with small bits of wood. However, for the most part, it seems like the Spinosaur's internals are somewhat empty. Probably why it wanted to eat the captain.
Poor thing. All right, so there's no extra body parts in there, no partially digested ponies or sphinxes.
Negative. And gruesome.
Right. Dr. Orion announces that. It's like, I have good news, everyone. This one had gold eyes, and now the eyes are gone. And also, this one didn't have any body parts in it, so this one had not eaten anyone off the previous ship. But I did find wood, see? And he holds it up proudly.
What does the golden eyes mean, though?
Oh, it's that thing Cassiopeia does whenever she takes control of something.
Does she stay inside it? Was she just inside it right now, or?
I mean, she's not inside this one, no. Certainly not.
But you said you saw the golden eyes.
Well, not anymore.
I mean, maybe it's a temporary or remote thing. Like, maybe she took control of them and then sent them after us.
Spout applies a hook to the side of her face. Well, I mean, didn't work very well. Let's go.
I mean, could it have been some other kind of spell?
Can I knowledge arcana that?
I feel like this would be knowledge occultism more so than knowledge arcana.
I can roll that too. I'll do that blind.
And what are you trying to figure out?
Little Spout will guess entirely randomly.
Orion is trying to determine if this is some kind of remote access. I know that's probably not the proper terminology, but to figure out if Cassiopeia is controlling these animals and these other people at a distance instead of personally.
With your roll, you'd be unable to piece together if that is indeed what she is doing. However, based on your nature checks from earlier, your occultism roll now, you can be certain for one thing, these things were acting in a state of aggression, as if they weren't just hunting. Perhaps they were made mad.
Yeah. Like the other option is we're looking at like some variety of charm spells that's been going on, and we're seeing the different people who are hit, who are being compelled by it in some way.
The thing is, the Spinosaur attacked the ship that Ringdancer and Cassiopeia were on. So was that animal enraged beforehand?
She had already left by the time they had attacked it. It could be sent back to slow people down.
Yep, that was the series of events, according to the other people on the boat. Ringdancer had gone upstream, so she was already further upstream ahead of the people that you had just saved the boat with. And then
Where were these from? Hold on. Upstream is downstream.
Or downstream, sorry.
She was south, though.
Yeah.
Did the attack happen after Cassiopeia had left?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, well, why did she leave the ship if it was undamaged?
It was stopping.
They wanted to stop to sell some of their wares on the side of the road, because the river gets pretty close to the actual road up to Wati, and people need water because it's the desert.
Right.
And so, apparently, according to the other guys, the person inhabiting Miss Ringdancer was effectively saying that she couldn't wait for them to be along, and so they helped her get a different boat, in which she jumped aboard and went that way. A confectioner's boat, by the sound of it.
Yeah.
It's certainly plausible these were sent to slow us down. They were acting very uncharacteristically. They are not normally this aggressive, especially not to something as big as a ship. But regardless, we have fresh meat now. How much food did I get?
You got, I would say, 2 bulk of meats would be a good haul. Look at that. And as for session, I fear that Halloween is upon us with the amount of pumpkins that I could probably sense within the room. So, now would be a good time as ever for us to stop session today. So I'm going to go ahead and push the buttons. Go ahead and say bye, 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 bye.
I'll be the